If you can't hear me on the first two pegs, you'll have to go on Stamati's arm. When his arm goes down, press it. Morning. We've just started to set a bit of a serious layout up today. The boys are out there just making some adjustments for me. So hopefully we're going to talk you through the different processes on how we're going to approach each target and why and what. So it might take a few minutes to get going because I'm going to talk you through every target and we'll go from there. Just out there taking up some edge on birds and making them just a little bit more difficult than yesterday, and hopefully we'll have a bit of fun. So I'll let the numbers build up first. We'll get up to 11 o'clock like we said, and I'm going to talk you through how we're going to do it. Then we'll take a 2-minute break, and then we'll come back on when I'm finished, and we'll do a lesson with Stamati on it, and so hopefully you get to see both sides. So I'm going to go through the chokes and shell choices in a minute, mate. Just tell Hats that before we start we'll show them all A, B, C, D, E, F. Oh, she's watching it. Just making a few changes. Got a long batu now, long standard, long teal, incoming standard, fast midi, and a rabbit that we're going to be going through. So I've got lots to go through, no pressure. The boys are just coming out now. Okay, so the way we're going to do this is I'm using my regular competition gun. In my left pocket, I'll be having 7.5s. In my right pocket, I'll be having the 8s. I'll talk you through what I'm going to use shot size wise and why. I'll talk you through the methods I'm going to approach each target with. I'll talk you through my footwork. Stamati will be filming me from behind, so he'll be able to see your comments, not me. If you want to see something different, if you want to see me more, if you want him to back up or you want him to move to the side, put your instructions in the banner below, and Stamati will follow the instructions. If you want him over my shoulder, which is where he will start, we're going to start with it over the shoulder so you can see the gun move. If anything else, I won't be able to see the instructions, okay? So before we start, I'm just going to walk you through the layout. I'm going to have half and half in the barrels, is my regular shooting day. So here we go. So we're going to take a look at the targets. A bird is a very fast crosser from a trap that you can't see. It's going to come just in here, go across this way. A bird, pull! Horrible long bird there. B bird is a big batu coming from the same place just here. We don't get it off this peg, but we'll show it now. B bird, pull! B bird! That was A again. Here's B. Pull! There's the batu, look, flying differently a long way out. C bird is a standard coming from this machine here. Pull! Okay. D bird, this trap just here, a very fast midi. Pull! Good way out too. Shit, might be in trouble here, boy. E bird, rabbit from this machine here. Pull! No bird, we'll see that again. And again, pull! Long way out. And a horrible edge on teal going off this machine here, up and away. Pull! Okay, guys, so that's the targets. Alfie set them for me this morning, done a great job. They're far more difficult than yesterday. We're going to be following your regular FITASC menus again. Nothing's been dictated by me, it's all been dictated by Alfie. So I'm going to try my hardest. I'll give it full concentration, but I will be talking to you as we go. So I'm going to hand you on to Stamati, so you're in his hands. Talk to him about what you want to see, and I'll try my hardest to give you as much information as I can. So here we go. Okay, so the first bird is C. I've got a full belly standard coming across, so it's opened up, it's inside 40 yards, so I'm going to shoot 2 number 8s. First method will be swing through. That's going to put me out in front of it, and I'll just stay there if I need the second barrel. So here we go. Pull. Now we've got the fast edge-on crosser from A. I'm going to turn my feet to give me a bit of a power turn. I'm going to start with a number 8 in the first barrel because it's quite open. Moving into a 7.5 if I need it for the edge-on second barrel. I'm going to be a snap mount here, so I'm going to get the gun into my shoulder early before the power comes on. And again, this is going to be a pull away because I don't want to lose any time with the negative lead. Here we go. Whoa! D-bird is the midi, okay? So with the midi, again, it's open, so I'm going to go with 2 number 8s. Again, I'm going to go with the pull away method because it needs forward lead, so I'm not going to lose time. Nice neutral stance. I don't want too much power, but I'm going to bend my knee to bring me round to the hold point. Here we go. Eyes back to the machine. Pull. Okay, now we've got the edge on teal. Whole body's going to go round. I'm going to come in with my left hand here. I'm going to come in on the bottom right-hand side of the bird before swinging up the line with a number 8 because it's its closest point. If I need it, I'll have a 7.5 in for a pull-away method on the way down. Tricky shot this. Here we go. Eyes all the way back to the machine, so I'm looking across the barrel. Here we go. Pull. So the gun went in behind before we moved. Okay, that's the singles. So on to the pairs. Here we go. So we've got A, the edge on crosser, which I know is the number 8 because I hit it with the number 8 on the first barrel. On report, the teal going the opposite way, so I'm not going to have time to move my feet. So I'm going to have to take the wrong stance for both birds. So it's one of the few times that I will actually check. So I'll check that I can get to this bird here and I can get to the F. So it's not something I do very often, but I'm just going to, yeah, I can move to both. They're both going to be uncomfortable. I'm going to go in with a pull away, stay mounted, up the line into a swing through on the second bird. Tough pair, here we go. Pull. No bird. Set again, feet in the same place, awkward for both. Pull away into swing through, I remind myself of my methods. Pull. Even I was nervous on that pair. That's a big old pair. Okay, C and D simultaneous. I'm not going to see them. I'll take the D bird first, which is the faster midi, into my pull away. I'm then going to completely stop the gun dead. I'm going to let the standard come through the barrel before I apply a swing through to get the line, because it's definitely going to be dropping. Okay, so a different method on C than the single. Stance opened out to my second kill point. Here we go. Pull. Nice. On to peg 2. Let's see what he's got for us here. Okay. So again, what I try to do now is remember the target's lines from station 1, but I'm forgetting what I did. I forget my methods, my shell choice, and my leads. It's a completely new peg here. So the first bird out is going to be a big long batu. We're going to go straight into pull away on the batu. It'll be an 8 in my first barrel because it'll be open, even though it's a long way away. 7.5 in the second, trying to pick up anything if we need it over there. So here we go. Feet facing my second kill point. I know I'm pulling away. We've got to energize these hands here now to get him to front. Pull. Okay, rabbit. It's quite quick here. Again, 7.5 because it's edge on my second shot. So I'll leave the 7.5 in. A number 8 in here. I'm going to now decrease my power because I've just had a really powerful shot on the Batu. So I'm going to go into a slow pull away, but it's going to really take the pressure off my hand speed here. Pull. Okay, now we're getting serious. Now we've got the big teal. So it's very easy here to get a snap on this where you get anxiety that it's going to come through the gun. So I'm going to make sure I stay completely still. I'm going to let this bird come through my barrel before I make an upwards move. I'm going to go into attack mode here. So I'm going to use a number 8 in the first barrel and a 7.5 probably on the way down. Again, I've not seen it, but that's what we're going to go with. I'm going to look through the barrel. So my eyes are going to be on the machine. I'm going to look through the barrel. Let the bird rise through the gun before I energize my left hand after the mount to get up that line. This is an ugly bird. If this was a competition shot, in my own head, I'm telling myself this is a bonus bird. If I hit it, I'm pulling away. If I miss it, who cares? A lot of people are going to. So the pressure's actually off just by my mental attitude. Here we go. Okay, let it through, let it through. Pull. Phew. No pressure there, boy. So I'm glad that one just came straight through the gun. Okay. Looking down, I'm happy that's not in the double. So we're moving on. Single C, standard. Okay. I'm going to go with 2 number 8s because it's open. It's going full crossing. So I'm going to use my left hand to go to the bird. That's where I'm going to make contact. I'm going to hold on to this clay for quite a while. Then I'm going to turn through to my lead. Okay. Pull. A. The big long crosser here. So again, I'm going to go with my trusted number 8s here. I'm going to use pull away. I'm going to have to be quite fairly aggressive, but I want to make sure I don't lose the line. 7.5 just in case I need any help on that edge on second barrel. As I see here, it's black on black, so my eyes are going to be above the A sign. That's where I'm going to see it first. Whole point in here where I'm going to make my connection before we hit the pull away. Here we go. Pull. Okay, that's all the singles. Good. Okay, onto the doubles. We've got E on report A. Kill points are both in the same area, so I've got comfortable feet. I want slow hands on the rabbit. I'm going to use a number 8 again. I'm going to probably come out of the gun now. I'm going to dismount, get my eyes back further on that crosser. That's where I'm going to latch onto it, hold that clay, try not to rush it because I'm going to come from here, and this time I'm going to be here. It's going to be quite easy for me to take that shot sooner than I want to. So it's all about discipline on that second bird and not letting that shot go. Here we go. Pull. B, C. Thin pair. Okay, the big Batu and the standard. So I'm going to have to energize the gun here on this Batu and then really slow the hands down on the other one. So I'm going to go 2 8s again. I'm going to shoot the Batu just a little earlier than I did in the single to allow time for that standard to come through. So again, my eye placement is important here. My body's more facing the left side because that's where I'm going to finish. Pull. Perfect. On we go, peg 3. Running out of 8s. Oh. Okay. First bird's the Batu. It's going to get closer with the sig, so I'm going to go with 2 number 8s again. I've got to plan my second barrel, so I've got to take my first shot quite early here. So that's going to be a nice pull away into my space. If I'm going early, the Batu's going to be rising, so I'm going to make sure my hands and body are transitioning up the line, not just parallel. If I miss it with the first, I've got to reverse that and drop down for that second barrel. Here we go. Pull. again, menu settings quite important, is use the Seabird next, which is a standards, very slow. So all that power that I've just put into that bird there, I've now got to decrease. So it's going to be a semi-quartering cross me. So I'm going to drop in behind first, then you'll see the transfer come through. So there should be a mount, then a pause, then you're going to see the body turn through. If you stay there, Stan, let me see the turn. Pull, so I hit the mount, pause, and then the move. So I actually hold while that comes past me. I'm going to do exactly the same on the rabbit, except I'm going to change shells. I'll be using an 8 in the first barrel and a 7.5 for the edge on shot if I need it. You should be able to see that pause from the side again. I've opened up my stance because I want to come down into my hold point. Pull. E.
E. It says F.
Yeah, it's E, look. Same thing. Can't buy the buttoners, pay peanuts, get monkeys.
The card says F.
So here we go again. Wide stance to transition the gun down into the hold point. Mount, then pause. Pull. That was first barrel. I was just playing with the pieces. D-bird, this will be a good one. The fast edge on MIDI from here. So again, I'm going to open my stance for a different reason. I'm going to open so you'll see my left knee give. Then when I mount and I need to energize that gun, it's going to go. 8 for the first barrel so it runs into a lot of dust. 7.5 if I need the pickup. Wide stance. As I turn, my left knee gives to give me my hold point and the power that's going to be needed here. Pull. Okay, on to doubles. So we've got the slow MIDI, which I'm going to use the swing through method again. I'm going to drop in, pause and go, followed by that big powerful Batu. So you should see a big change in speed here. I'm going to favour the Batu because actually if I favour the Batui, which is going to give me power coming right, my legs are going to act as a natural brake on the slower bird. If I stand this way, there is a danger that I can power up. So I'll use my feet as a natural brake on the slower bird, which will give me the power. 2 number 8s, eyes back to the machine, pull. Final pair, no pressure. D, the fast MIDI. Again, here we go, good target setting. I want to give my legs the break here because I need the power on the D. I'm not going to have time to move, and that's going to give me a lot of power on a rabbit that I don't want. So this is going to come down to hand speed. I'm really going to have to power the gun up and then power it back down before that rabbit comes out, because I want to let that rabbit come through the gun before I move into that shot. Here we go. Pull. Bad buttoning again.
What are you on about? It says Sim on my card, it says Sim. You've given me this card and it says Sim.
Here we go, first bird's killed. No, it's not killed actually. 2 birds in the air, so it's not killed. We've got to kill it again. Here we go. Pull. Better, nice. So, oh, cheers, boy. Hopefully, that just walked you through a layout. You got to see quite a detailed round there. Luckily, we shot quite well. There's a couple of nervous shots on that F, but we managed to pull them off. If this is something you enjoy, it's something I'm certainly willing to do more of. I'm not scared of missing if we do miss in front of people, as long as it's educating you guys. We only had 1 chip on the rabbit. Anything else you guys would like to see, please just let me know. As I said, I'll do all of my stuff live. I don't pre-record, so if anything goes wrong, you'll get to see it. Anything else you'd like to see, put it in the comments. I'll post this live now. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll speak to you all soon. I'll be back in about 10 minutes with a FITASC lesson with Stamati. All right, take care, gang. Let them get ready. Okay, so that's my little exertion done. We're going to be passing on to Stamati now. So Stamati's going to go shoot the course. But how we're going to do it today is a bit more of a verbal lesson. Yesterday was visual. So what's going to happen here, Stamati will be asking me questions before he shoots, or I'll be dishing out information. And we're going to be talking about different things and going a little bit deeper than what I went. Hopefully it will help you understand how a lesson on this would be delivered. Sometimes if he's about to make a mistake, I will let him make that mistake. It's an easy way. It's very simple and crap instruction to fix. I will let him miss. If he might get away with it, but then we will discuss the problem sometimes as well. So this is going to be a bit more of an in-depth lesson, more verbal than visual. So here we go. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, boy, you've seen the birds.
Yeah.
What are we thinking about on C?
Seabird, a very small, slow pull away, right over here with the kill point, straight in front of this cone.
Okay, feet set. Let's start thinking about where we're going to put our eyes today. Let's get the hood up. Let's get the hood down, boy. Let's get serious.
Hold.
Louder.
Hold.
Yeah, beautiful start. Freezing hoppy.
A bird.
A bird.
Setting the feet for just short of that pylon.
Yeah.
Pretty much around with those trees. Gonna hold just over the F sign.
We got to
Come through.
But when we go, we got to go with that left hand to go forward first, and then the power's got to come through. Eyes back.
Hold.
Yes, beautiful move.
E-bird. Slow midi. Going to kill it here on top of this machine.
We've got to start thinking about, that's okay, planning that the kill point's going to be just here. That's great. And I agree with you 100%. But if we miss it, we've got no second. So it might be that this is perfect, but we're going to take one early and just Hail Mary it. If we miss it, it doesn't matter because we've still got
The
perfect left. The problem is if we go always perfect, it's going to be behind the skeet bird, behind the skeet house if we miss.
Gotcha.
Set your barrel height. Left hand's going to lead here. Eyes on the machine.
Pull. Pull.
Good, and that's exactly what you said. You killed it exactly where you said you were going to kill it. The first shot was a lost leader that was way out in front, because even if we're going to go early, we've still got to control the lead. Now, and what I want to say to people here, on a FITASC layout, your first barrel's there for a reason. You don't have to break it with that one. It can be a rangefinder. If he'd have missed that there with his first barrel, he's got no second. So to me, even though we went lost and then picked it up, that's the perfect shot. That was perfectly executed. We don't always have to kill them with the first barrel. Sometimes the first barrel is a rangefinder, a Hail Mary to set up the perfect second shot. So let's start to think about that as we go. F-bird, talk me through it. The hard bird now.
F-bird is a crazy kill. Very edge on. Gonna let it come through my barrel, swing through, and I'm going to shoot a little bit below it because of the momentum.
And then second barrel, let it come down.
Second barrel, I'm going to let it come down.
Okay, so that probably might mean a dismount in between.
Yeah.
All of this has got to be planned. So your whole point to let this through is hugely important. Big bird now.
Oh.
Yeah, what a shot, boy. Superb. Excellent. Take a breather because you're onto your doubles.
Up, ring and back in.
Doubles we go.
On report F. Okay.
Right, because you've not seen this, I want you to just show an F. Hats, pull. Because you might fancy it there instead, which means you can now set your feet for both.
Time to step, don't I?
Yeah, if you shoot it on the way down, if you shoot it on the way up, there is no time. So this pair is the two hard birds from here in a completely split kill point. So everything has to be decided. Am I going to shoot A uncomfortably or am I going to shoot it comfortably? If I shoot it comfortably, on the way up for F is no longer an option. So I'm going to step, dismount, and understand that I'm going to be pulling away on the way down. Or you want to attack, and that's going to completely change how you stand. Lots of decisions just to kill two birds.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that first option. So I'm going to stand correctly for A to maximize my chances, and I'm going to step and work on killing the F-bird on the way down.
Perfect.
Pull away.
So it doesn't matter what the choices are, as long as they are choices.
I think that just gives me a better chance of killing
But now,
Either or both of those.
but now
birds
what you've
versus
got to
this
do
one.
before you start to worry about your stepping,
Yeah.
you got to kill A. It's very easy now to bypass the killing of A
To try for F.
and still, I've got to step, yeah. So let's kill A. Let's not do everything perfectly, but miss the harder bird as well. Here we go.
Oh.
Beautiful shot. We just came up short on that A bird again. It just what because again you're already thinking of coming back for A. Okay, C and D. One of that pair is enough. But what we had to do was put the power down. C and D, what we're doing here.
I'm going to take the D bird, which comes across much faster. But now I have only got one shot, so I'm going to kill it. But because the other one's on its tail, I'm going to move the kill point to about on top of the cone.
But we know where we missed it in the single with the first barrel.
Yeah.
Way out in front, so we need to address that. That we can't repeat that shot, so we're going to have to do something different.
Okay. Look, it's a slow pull away on D and then a small swing through on C.
When you're ready.
Oh.
Big pair. Yes, beautiful, boy. Excellent. On to peg 2. So, there, we only won 1-0, but dealt a 0 on a very, very difficult pair. And it takes a big, powerful mindset to, when you've got a lot of movement in between a certain pair, to make sure you execute bird 1 before. And that's all that happened to Stamati there. He could not disengage from killing the F bird, that it just slowed his hand speed down. But an excellent peg. We're only 1 away and we're on to a big peg now. Big peg number 2. Here we go. Okay, boy, big batu.
So this is a big batu. It's going to need some power. Definitely going to use a pull away on it.
That's going to mean that the left hand's got to work the mount, boy. We've got to get the left hand up and spinning.
Oh.
Yes, what a move. Excellent. More power than you wanted, you see. That's out the comfort zone. But now with the rabbit coming second, you've got to see it come through.
That rabbit's got a lot of legs on it. I'm going to let it run.
It's not got enough to beat a 900 mile an hour cartridge.
Oh.
Good second barrel, but what did you do wrong?
Shot too quickly on
No,
the first one.
completely got the method wrong. You started in front when you told me we were starting behind. That's poor execution. Yes, we got lucky on a second barrel, but that's just a poor execution. We deserved to miss. Do it again. E again, Hats. You've got to be prepared to hit that mount and stop. You've just been miles ahead of it again. Get your gun back. You've got to get involved, boy. That's it.
Oh.
Better. We can't. If we miss, that's acceptable. We're all going to miss. Unacceptable is unexecution of a method. If we say we're starting behind it, you've got to mount sometimes and then do nothing. Simply pause and let it through. Okay, the big teal. Here we go, boy. Here we go.
I'm going to try and copy what you did, let it through.
But it's like what I said, it's a bonus bird. There's no pressure. If you hit this, you get your A bird back from stand 1. Because it's just a bonus bird. It's that difficult that the pressure's not on to hit it. That will make you hit it if you continue, if you stay loose. You've got to plan your second barrel too.
Second barrel I'm going to do on the way down.
Yep.
I just feel that if I try and double
Yep,
bang it
perfect.
now,
Like I say, as long as it's a choice.
gone, yeah.
But it might mean we come out of the gun.
Oh.
Yeah, what a shot. Beautiful. Again, on the way up, we just powered up through it. Second barrel, superb. Nothing wrong with it. All we had to do was hit it by any means possible. So what we've just done is level your par. Because that bird we're going to put back to the A bird on stand 1. And if we miss that, we're only 1 away. Now we're flying. Now the mental mindset's completely different. We're back on track. Excellent second barrel. Now you've got C bird. Now we've got to stay focused because it's okay. It's very easy to get wrapped up in the adrenaline of killing that big bird and give this next bird 80%. Is where you self-lift again. This bird counts as much as that one. Here we go.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the shot. And now you've got your big crosser from the left. On A, what's the thought process?
Again, a pull away method. I'm going to work on killing it just after the middle of the field, probably about 2 meters out that way.
But we know even when we get up to speed, we've got to keep precision. This is not just a push and a hope. There's got to be a distinctive space at a certain amount of speed. When we're ready, boy, pull it off. Big bird again.
Oh!
What a shot, superb. Straight singles. Take a breather and you're onto your doubles, boy. When you're going back in for the doubles, what's your mindset? What's your concerns here?
The small stuff.
The rabbit. The rabbit's got to be your concern here.
Specifically the rabbit.
So you're lucky.
Energy, and I've got to let it through.
But you're lucky that the rabbit is your first bird. If it was the last bird, you're going to carry that concern through 3 birds. And that's what I want you to be able to do, is switch the concern off. We can't worry about the rabbit till it's time to worry about it. And now the first bird out is time to worry about it. You know this. You know your lead's an issue. You know you've got a tendency to start your hands walking. So we need to hit that hot mount and stop. Let it through. Then you're going to get bead control to your no lead. Here we go. And then you've got to think about A as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking to dismount for A.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
But it still needs to power back up.
And stay very precise on the space.
Yeah, it's a big pair. It's not a small pair. Oh!
Beautiful start. Ah, great pair, Stam. Superb. Superb. You can even smile if you want, boy.
That's a big pair because it's slow into flight.
Yeah. Big pair. It's good target setting. So now you've got your sim pair, the big Batu and the right to left standard.
So definitely the Batu's got to go first. Probably if I can a little bit, even if at the same time as a single.
But again, that's a left-hand lead into a power turn. And then you've got to throw the parachute out. There's no time to move your feet.
I'm going to do your trick and stand a bit more for the Batu.
Okay.
So that my body naturally acts as a brake for the sea, so I don't go screaming past the seabird.
When you're ready, let's rock and roll. Get your left hand working first.
Oh!
Great pair again, boy. Only 1-0 for the round so far. On to peg 3. So as you can see there, the way I'm talking to Stam, I'm trying to engage his mental game as well. Which bird is he concerned about? When can he deal with that concern? If it's first, activate it. If it's not till the end, there's absolutely no point worrying about it. We've got other birds to kill first. Now we've moved right to the right-hand side of the layout. So everything's going to open up. The Batu and the crosser get bigger. The rabbit and the midi from the right, they get seriously edge on. Hold on, we've got a question about chokes. What chokes we got in, boy?
We're shooting 3/8 and 3/8, both barrels.
3/8 and 3/8 ammunition.
We're using the bespoke.
So he's on my shells, which is great. 7.5s, all 7.5s, no 8s, all 7.5s.
Yeah, all 7.5.
All 7.5s and 3/8s there, Jonathan. Just to answer your question, mate. So, Stam, you're up. Focus again, mate. Sorry for bothering you, but we've got fans to keep busy.
Hey, B-bird.
Okay, here we go. B-bird, talk me through it. It's the big Batu.
It's going to be an easy pull away, but it's still got a big gap on it. Even out here where it's lost speed.
But again, the first shot might be earlier than you want to allow for a good second shot. And yes, we do have the rail on. Stan was actually one of the people involved in the development of the rail, so you better have one on.
Oh.
Yeah, great shot. Now, what I'm going to explain there, Stam's just had a great first barrel, but it wasn't on the correct kill point that we shoot at the double. Right. It was your Hail Mary. If it runs into it, we save a shell. We still had the perfect second barrel left. So that wasn't where he wants to shoot it. That was just actually where it was best for a single. David Jennings says you're sitting down on the job hats.
I need to stand up.
When you're ready, seabird. So you've got to deactivate.
Charlie, nice, smooth, slow, small swing through at the top.
When you're ready.
Oh.
Beautiful. Now we're into the rabbit. We know we've got to carry the concern now from peg 2 because the swing throughs become more important, and now it's quartering, it wants less lead than you gave it from over there. So there's a lot to think about, and it's all got to happen in under a second. Mr. Steve Spires has joined us.
Oh,
beautiful. A little late on the kill point again, and that's just coming from the concern. You tried so hard to be careful that we got careful, and that's going to be a problem. Look, good shot, but we need to change that for the double because we'll be mounted, and that's going to create even more hazards. But we'll worry about that when we get there. D, the midi.
yeah, I've got to remember that that's a midi.
Make sure you tell Steve the menu don't match.
Oh,
What a move. Excellent. Take a breather, because now we're on to the pair. So we've got C, the big standard, on report that big Batu boy, when you're ready. Steve, when we're done, the menu don't match. Or hats can't read, one of the two.
okay, so small swing through and then a very precise shot.
But a different shot
to
your single.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, pair killed. Big pair then, you've got your flying edge on midi, followed by the big concern shot on the rabbit. And I keep saying this, and I'm waiting for people to ask, there's nothing wrong with carrying through the layout a bird of concern, because the moment you stop being concerned about it, you'll go back to what's wrong. So you have to carry it. You have to carry that with you, that the chances are if I miss this, I'm going to shoot maintained and I'm going to miss in front. So we don't want to be careful, but we do have to control this entire shot, which is made even worse by the fact that you're going to be mounted. That's going to make you want to get that left hand moving into your maintain. Big pair for a big score. Pressure's on. Here we go.
oh.
24, boy. Well shot. Superb, boy. So they want to talk to you about it. So talk them through. How did the layout feel? I think what's important, I'm going to do it this way.
Look,
I think what's important there, and what I was trying to get you to do, I guarantee that you've never gone through a layout and talked yourself through every shot in that detail.
look, this is probably one of the most technical FITASC layouts I've ever shot. To be fair, if you hadn't shot it in front of me and spoken about a lot of the feet positioning, more than the shots, the methods on small swing through pull away, I think I'm up to speed on that, but specifically what you spoke about on the feet and using the feet as a break on some of the shot, if I hadn't done that, I could have easily been 3, 4, 5, 6 more birds away on that. That's really easy.
But how easy was it talking out loud about what you're going to do and then following those instructions to deliver it?
Oh, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
I think that really helps my visualization process in my own mind. So that's really significant.
But I think that's something that you've got to bring into your own shooting, that, you know, sometimes we think we're working and we're actually working on nothing that's going to help us. We're just trying to occupy our mind and look busy instead of being busy, which, you know, obviously all the way through there, the interaction, you stayed very, very busy all the way through, you know, and apart from that slip up on the first peg, that was hell of a round, boy.
Yeah, it was a good result. I'm
Superb.
very happy with that.
So there you go, guys. There's 2 different ways of shooting. One, you got to follow me around, and then a lesson on the way around there. If you guys are happy and you enjoy these, it's something I'm willing to keep up. So drop the comments below when I post the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Stay safe, and we'll catch up soon.